Here we go.
You want to be like? Sensitivity equals fucking poverty.
Insensitive Culture, the podcast. Check it out, homie.
What up, everybody? Welcome to episode 106 of Insensitive Culture. As always, you know me.
So what?
On the other end
And that
is...
fool Blazer, Ramon.
Who's not here today is...
Jonni.
But we still are.
Insensitive Culture, the podcast. Make sure you check it out, homie.
Yo, Dave, how you feeling, homie?
I'm all right, son. Did you say episode 106?
No, I said 160, I thought. If
I
I
don't-
messed that up,
I don't know. Like
I could've.
it cut out for a second, and then when it came back, I just heard 06. I was like, oh shit! What did we just skip back in time? Mad episodes. I'm curious though. We'll find out. Not a big deal. Not a big deal.
yeah.
I'm doing
I mean,
good
if I
though, baby.
did, then my bad.
Hey,
160 is
It
the
happens.
episode.
160.
160. What could have messed me up is I just ate like one of those 100 proof cherries, the moonshine ones.
I do know those ones. Yeah.
Just before everything started kicking off, and I'm just like, ooh, threw me all off.
Those hit.
I had a plan, and then the plan derailed. So, so don't judge me too much on that.
That's all right. That was my idea.
Yo, I saw Mario on Friday. Let me tell you.
I want to hear about it. I want to know what you thought, and because I haven't seen it yet, and I'm definitely going to after, because I got to see John Wick 4 still. I haven't seen that yet. So those are the two that I have to see at least before Guardians drops at like the end of this month or beginning of May at some point. Yeah. So I'm curious just how it was, just all the Chris Pratt hate when it was announced and all that stuff. What did you think?
At the end of the day, I think he did very well. And I was saying that from the beginning, that all of the hate that was coming on was because he didn't sound like the original Mario. Yeah. And that's exactly what I was like, yo, nobody wants to hear that Mario sound. Like it in the games, it's fine because it's just a jump here and a
sporadic.
sound here.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
It's sporadic. You don't want to hear full dialogue, like this whole movie going on, and hear that. Like, nobody wants to hear that.
No.
People still argued with me, like, saying, I want to hear that. Like, okay, you think you want to hear that. That would have been trash. So his voice ended up being perfectly fine for the movie. And then the cast, honestly, I really enjoyed the cast. The cast was perfect, in my opinion. Charlie Day, he was perfect as Luigi. Freaking Seth Rogen, Donkey Kong, like perfect. And obviously Jack Black as Bowser was a great choice for that. And now he released that banger, son. Like, it's everywhere. That damn song is stuck in my head. My kids were singing it on the way home. Like,
oh man, it's gonna haunt you now.
Bro, it's been haunting me because like my kids were singing it in the song in the car on the way home. I know you probably already heard it now because it's everywhere.
Probably. I can't think of it off the top of my head, and I don't want it stuck there, so don't sing it or anything.
That's perfectly fine. But let me just tell you, the name is Peaches. That's what it's called.
Okay.
And it repeats it a bunch of times.
Peaches.
Melodically.
Okay.
And so it gets stuck in your head, and the kids are singing it. Now the whole world is singing it. And
damn.
He didn't have to hit us with that banger, but you know what? He sure enough did. Okay.
Was his voice in the movie? Was it like just normal Jack Black voice, or was he doing a?
You can tell us. I maybe it's because I know it's Jack Black, but for the most part, it's just like a deeper Jack Black.
Okay.
A little bit more menacing. So it's definitely Jack Black, but because he has that distinctive voice, but it's more like this. And, you know what I mean? So, Yeah, just a little bit. But I love the route they took with Bowser. I thought it was perfect. It was funny. 1,000 Easter eggs. It was just great. I can see why the reviews up front from
Critics.
from review from the critics were I can see why that was bad, because if they're just going off of story, like no real nostalgia for them or anything like that,
Sure.
they're gonna give it a shitty score. But it was jam packed with nostalgia, Easter eggs, like everything that a fan of Super Mario Brothers is gonna want, and they delivered. In my opinion, I thought it was great. I can't wait for it to hit video because I want to take the kids again. But
Yeah. That shit's expensive, dog. Whole family. Theater.
Oh yeah.
Like, you remember it until it comes out on DVD. I know you know it.
Oh yeah, we did the trip. We already did that. We saw it. You know, it's in their heads.
I was gonna
Now
say,
they
it's
just wanna
gotta
play
stay
it
there until that
it
shit
just
drops.
dies out. Word.
I'm gonna
Word.
peep it. I don't know. Maybe I wish they still did, like, remember you could go to the drive-in back in the day and they would do 2 movies back to back. They probably would never do John Wick 4 and Mario together back to back, but if they were, that I'd be all the fuck over that.
Son, you ain't got no kids or nothing, man. All you got to do is pick one out, align it with a certain time frame, and just walk into a fucking John Wick. I know that's a lot of time for you to be at the theater.
It is a
but
lot of theater time, but hey, I mean, I'd be at the drive-in for that long if I were there, so that's all good.
Word, son. I thought about doing that shit with when I went to see John Wick.
Like, I should just
I
walk
thought
into
about it.
Mario.
No, I should just walk into to Scream, because I do want to watch Scream 6.
I mean, no one checks your
So-
shit. You could easily walk out and just pop in, and no one's checking tickets. They don't do that shit, right?
Oh,
When's
it's
the last time you saw
it's a
someone
lot
get that?
easier now too.
That's what I'm
since
saying.
ever since COVID, I don't see anyone. No one cares.
Nope.
They don't even check for bags or nothing.
Not
like,
at all.
You know how like before maybe there was somebody just like walking around who looks like a little intimidating, where you're just like, well, I don't know. You know?
Yeah.
Those people are fucking gone. Like I saw something where an employee at a theater was like, yeah, let me tell you one thing. Like, I work concession stands, and I see people walk in with bags, and they'll go to open their bag to pull out their money, and I'll see like a fucking 2-liter. I see all this
Nice.
other shit, and none of that is my fucking business. We don't care.
Nope. Not at all.
They don't get paid enough to care.
I told you I was with a family that was just eating a whole KFC meal. in
Oh,
the
yeah.
Theater. It smelled so fucking good. I was jealous as a motherfucker. I was like, yeah, I wish I could get like a drum or something, but I don't know them. I'm just gonna mind
That's
my
OD
business.
though. I think that's a little OD. Like I don't know about that, but
Hey,
like I don't think I'll ever do that. But more power to those people though.
fuck yeah. Be jealous as a bitch.
Yeah, it's just too much. I would think like that's just way too much for me to try to get away with just putting in. Plus, not only that, but like I also, from growing up fat as hell, and right now I'm not as skinny as I should be,
Right.
but so I always hold that thing inside of me where it's like I don't want to be that guy getting caught for bringing in a bucket of chicken at KFC. Like I can't get caught for fat shit.
Oh, that's smart.
It's like roller coaster rides. You won't catch me on a roller coaster
do the
ride
same.
on one of them little rinky dink ass
want no
roller
smoke.
coasters with the embarrassment of being walked out because I'm too big for the ride or the shit just won't close. Like no. I preemptively, like, I don't want to be embarrassed for
Don't
shit
do
like that.
that.
And I still hold that in. Like I'm good. All right, let's get to it.
Question.
What you got for me, cut?
Can you tell me a movie sequel or prequel that should have never been made and the original movie would have 100% been better for it?
I'm sorry, repeat it one more time.
Tell me a movie sequel or prequel that never should have been made and the original movie, would have been better for it. Like like the series.
Yeah. Oh man. the first one that comes to mind is Anchorman.
That was fucking mine. That was literally the first one that came.
That
that
one was trash. So fucking trash.
Yeah.
Let me try to think of another one then. Let me see, because Anchorman was terrible.
Yeah, Anchorman 2. I do have another one, a backup that I had anyway.
Go for it.
So Anchorman can definitely be yours. Super Troopers 2. Super Troopers 2 was not even close to as funny. The vibe was off. Like, they were shoehorning, references in there, and it just, I don't know. It didn't have that feel to it like the first one did. Like, even when I see the first one on TV now, I'll still watch the hell out of that, dude. Like, I love it. And just, I was so pumped for the second one, but deep down, you just know that that's not gonna do it. And it didn't, dude. It fell so flat.
Well, both of those movies broke our rule, right? If it's past 5 years, like, it's just not even worth doing.
Right.
So
yeah.
Those were both testaments to just leave that shit the fuck alone.
Unless you're Maverick, Top Gun.
Yeah.
That can do, I guess, whatever the hell they want. Tom Cruise, I guess, doesn't apply to Tom Cruise movies, I guess. That's just, that's an amendment to that rule. The Cruise clause.
Mm-hmm. There was another one Dumb and Dumber.
Oh yeah, just like not the prequel or the sequel, like none of that bullshit that came out after that. That should have just another good one. Fuck.
The prequel actually had a couple of moments that were funny. The sequel was just all around horrible, just trash, bro. They were old as fuck and like nothing was hitting. They were trying to rehash those jokes. That's another problem too. Like when they get to a certain I don't know what it is with the sequel. They just try to rehash the same fucking jokes from the original instead of creating a separate movie that can stand alone from that original. They just try to shoehorn these whack ass jokes that just are trying to, they're trying to recycle the original jokes from the first one. It's just bad.
That's a fine line to walk. I would imagine. I mean, I've never made a movie or a sequel to a movie, but you still want that feeling and that magic and that humor or whatever it is that you're going for. But you also, you want something new, and it's just very tough to do. I would imagine. Another shout out just to Fast and the Furious. Like first one, I fucked with. Like when that came out, that shit was dope. Those cars were dope. Like you weren't seeing racing in movies like that. Like that was crazy.
Yeah. And
then as we know, it just got progressively wilder and worse. But that would have been a good just standalone. Like remember that movie with the racing and shit. Like that shit was tight.
I remember the second one sucked, and then I fucked with the third one because again, it brought. Even though it didn't have the original cast and everything, and a lot of people hated on that one, but I thought that it brought the originality of like, it was still focusing on cars, but now it brought in the drifting. Obviously there's going to be that background element, the main story and everything of the dude, in a new place.
Right.
But they brought in drifting, and that was a foreign concept to like at least us here. I'm sure in the driving,
community.
In the driving community, like they know much more about that stuff. But for us, that was something new, and I thought that was mad dope.
Yeah.
But that again was them trying to take something and make it a movie that's its own, without having to rely on the past stories, and that's the problem.
It did a decent job too, like Tokyo Drift. I didn't think it was that terrible.
No, the main actor kind of sucked, but he was
that white dude.
Yeah. But it wasn't. He wasn't terrible.
Know his name, but
I don't know his name either. I just remember that terrible fake accent that he had.
Was that country? Was he like a country dude?
Yeah, like Texas or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, that's so weird, dude.
It was so bad. Right. I will say though, honorable mention and possibly not even honorable mention because it's the opposite. I thought this is possibly a hot take on a sequel that may have been, at least in my eyes, better than the original. Ace Ventura.
No, that's not true. When Nature Calls is definitely
sillier.
funny, and it has its own thing, but yeah, it was sillier. They ratcheted it up, but I mean, I guess it was. They had to give it a different vibe, I guess.
As a kid, though, I enjoyed that one so much more for some reason.
I didn't enjoy it more. I enjoy it. The Wachuchus and the Wachiti and all the tribes and the bats and that shit is super, super funny. But I don't know. Finkel and that whole thing with Snowflake, dude, like that. That was just really funny. And that was my first Ace Ventura. So, you latch on to what you.
Oh, no, that was my first Ace Ventura, too. I remember watching the original one with my neighbor, and we would always just hang out and watch that movie. It was the shit. And then part 2 came out. I don't know what it was. Probably because, that when they amp it up like that and you're a kid, it's really
definitely funnier.
Yeah. But I as an adult, even though it's silly as fuck, as an adult, you watch the first one and you appreciate it much more because there was more adult humor in that first one.
Yeah, for sure.
So
a lot of stuff goes over your head when you're young. And he says it in a funny voice, and you're like, ha ha ha, that's so funny, but you don't really know what the fuck he's saying.
Yeah, like I didn't know about like what the when he turns her around, he said, or she has the worst case of hemorrhoids I've ever seen. I didn't understand that as a kid.
As your kid is like, did she poop or something? Like,
I'm like, what the hell is all? What are all those like lumps coming out of the back of her ass and shit? And now
Captain
it totally makes sense. Yeah. Found Captain Winky. Now I know why everybody was like vomiting and
like, scraping their tongues. So they got down with Ray Finkel.
Yep. Why they put in the crying game reference in there of him. Like just in the shower crying and shit.
Yeah. For all the toothpaste. That always grossed me out, him putting all the toothpaste in his mouth.
Yeah. The bubble gum. Good movie. I'm gonna go back and watch that original though.
I'm gonna go rewatch.
All right, what else you got?
All right. This one is pulled from the IC notes, so I'm guessing you've had some time to ponder this at some point.
I hope so. I forget.
How long would you have to starve before you become a cannibal?
Oh, fuck. My big ass, probably like 2-3 days.
2-3 days tops, and then somebody getting eaten.
Somebody about to get ate, son.
Somebody about to get ate right now.
I don't know, man, because it's really. I could probably.
Does it depend who you're trapped with too? Like,
it does.
What if you're somewhere with your family? Like, you're just gonna start munching on your family, son?
Right. That's what I'm saying. I mean, whoever goes first, I'm really gonna ponder eating them. But they gotta go. I don't know if I'll kill them. If it's strangers and shit, we might start planning after. I would have to say after a couple of weeks we just like.
Couple of weeks.
We just
got nothing.
Exhausted all of our options.
The dogs are gone.
Like everything is gone.
Can't catch any game.
No, like even like the grubs and shit and like insects around. Like you just
so you're
finding
munching
anything.
I feel like you could stretch that out longer. If you're going into the grubs and shit, you probably
a lot of proteins.
A solid month.
Bro, I would honestly, as disgusting as that shit seems, because like I feed my my bearded dragon, and we feed it all kind of insects and shit. So it'd be kind of gross, like looking at all that shit. But I'd probably do that before chopping up somebody's body and just like eating human skin.
That's facts. Especially if you had to boil it. Imagine like boiling meat and just. That's so gross.
Yeah, dude.
I'd have to grill it. Like, you'd need it charred. I'd need it like crispy and well done. Like, I don't want no
whoever
rare.
And it's not gonna be my idea. It's gonna be someone else in the group. But if they do it
Let's just
and
eat 'em.
they go, yo, try this bacon, and they give it to me and it tastes just like bacon and it's all salty and
Then you're crushing
and
it.
great and just like and then afterward they tell me, yo, that was Henry's leg that you
That was
ate
Henry's
there.
leg.
I'll be like, well, fuck. How much more of that do we have?
Yeah. Is there any more? Is there any more of that stuff?
Is there any more of that? Like, what are you like? You make any stew?
Yeah. Like I don't know. I don't even know if I could, even if I got to that point, like just because I'm such a picky eater as it is now, like I won't eat like ground poultry of any kind.
Yeah.
It's like I doubt I'm gonna munch just on a.
But that's what I'm saying. Like you haven't eaten in weeks. Like,
yeah,
and there's
I know.
nothing out there.
I know.
And then the first person just dies.
I like your rule. I'm not gonna kill anybody, but somebody's got to die.
And once they do, we're gonna stay alive by eating that motherfucker. It's not gonna be me because my body, I have enough body fat. It can survive
Like
for a
you
while.
could just you'd be good.
Yeah. So I'd be looking
I would take a chunk off I would just like lipo. I would just take a big, like, yo, I'm gonna need this.
Nobody's gonna want to eat me, bro. It looks like it would look like you want to eat me, but you really don't want to eat me, son.
That's what the people that don't want to get eaten say. I'm like, yo, I bet it's good as a motherfucker.
I'm
playing us.
It's probably
He's playing
me.
us.
I mean, bacon is a fatty animal, right? Like
Yeah, but
pig.
you gotta cure bacon. You gotta like pack it in salt and let it sit for a long time before it really gets that bacony flavor.
I'm just saying though, but that's made from a fatty animal, so
That's true.
you know, maybe I am the one.
Baby, sacrifice yourself. It's okay.
No, I'm not sacrificing myself. They're gonna have to kill me.
They have to kill.
I'll
I ain't
have to-
going down.
No, I have to die from natural causes, or you're gonna have to kill me. I'd be
All right,
like
that's fair.
the one fat dude in Lost, where I wondered like for 10 seasons how that motherfucker was trapped on that fucking island and remained fat.
Yeah, Hurley, man,
Yeah.
he never did a whole lot when we would see him. But like
No.
you said, like they were there for a minute, and he might even got heavier on that island. Like what were they? They were eating good on that island and Lost.
Yo, for real though, I just remember at one point they weren't eating shit. Like they were
Hurley
starving.
was sneaking stuff.
and
He was yeah.
He was still huge. I'm like, bro, how is this dude still fat, bro?
The writers were probably like, "Hey, man, you think you could just take it easy for a couple
no.
seasons? We got to make sure that everyone's looking, famished
I am famished. What are you talking about? Famished all the time.
all the time."
I understand though, because that would be rough.
That's tough. Yeah, a lot of seafood.
Yeah.
What did Tom Hanks eat in Castaway? What was he? Was that crab legs? He was eating crab legs.
He was eating
the
all
time,
kind
right?
of shit.
It looked bomb though.
That
He
motherfucker
roasting
was
them, roasted
tossing
crab,
shit from yards away, catching fish with a spear.
pulling in like 700-pound tunas and shit.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
Damn, good for him.
And still didn't look nowhere near like Hurley.
He was losing weight, man. He went down like that whole movie. He was just losing because they started filming, and I guess he said that he had all that weight packed on, and he did that shit legit, man. Tom Hanks don't play.
Nah, he don't fuck around. That's why he's Tom Hanks, though.
That's facts.
Yo, funny thing that I saw Chet Hanks has a podcast.
Oh, Jesus.
And the first interview he has is with his pops, Tom Hanks.
Stop it. Yeah. That's his Christmas present. That's all he's getting this year.
Oh,
he's like, yeah, man, I'll do your fucking show, but I'm not sending you anything.
I'm not giving you any kind of money or anything.
Right. Yep. You're cut off after this. This is it. This is all you're getting. It's like the $300 that Henry gets from Paulie at the end of Goodfellas after he's cut off. It's like, you could take this. I got to turn my back on you.
Oh, man. Yeah. I'm not tuning into that, but I thought it was pretty funny.
I'm curious, though. I wonder how that would go. What would they talk about?
Maybe I will check it out just to see, because I'm not a Chet Hanks hater.
It's all right. No one's perfect.
No one's perfect, right? And he's talking to his dad, so there's got to be some interesting shit in there.
I'm saying, yeah, there's got to be something.
Yeah.
It just ends in both of them weeping or fighting.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I don't rush to celebrity podcasts because, it could be hit or miss, whatever.
Don't give Chet too much clout.
No. Yeah. So, all right. What else we got?
All right. Last question.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me when you saw your very first naked lady. And I don't just mean like a boob in an HBO movie. Fully ass naked.
Not in real life. Like it's just in
I
general.
mean, it can be. If you saw one in real life before you saw one on TV, then fucking A.
Right.
I mean, your mom doesn't count either. I don't want to hear none of that.
No.
Saw my grandma's robe slip open in 87.
Thank God my brain kind of just blocked that out. I don't remember ever seeing my mom naked. So
You're doing all right then.
yeah. I remember seeing my dad naked more than my mom, yo.
That happens. There's nothing we can do about that. He's asserting his dominance. He made sure that you saw him naked more than once. That was not by accident, my friend. He let you know.
Let me see. I mean, do you know when you first saw one? Let me
I
just
do.
think on this for a second.
I do. The very first time I was at a relative's house.
Okay.
And I was taking a nap or something. Like I was laying down, I was sleeping for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
You're a kid and you wake up, you just kind of, you look around and you fuck around with shit a little bit. You
Mm-hmm.
reach out like, oh, what's this on the dresser? And like, I remember opening up this drawer and there was a book that now I know was The Joy of Sex. And when I opened it, it was just like very pornographic pictures of like people from like the 80s. Hairy bushes and all that and like crazy positions. And The Joy of Sex was basically like a book about finding pleasure and lovemaking, and it just very white people shit when it comes to sex. Like all these people were just, white, waspy, mid-20s, bushes, big hair and chicks. Like I said, it was the 80s.
Right.
And that was the first time I feel like I ever saw a bush. And I remember being confused by it. I was like, what is... Because like I didn't have any, I was just a little kid. There was no pubic hair down there. I'd never seen anything like that. And I just remember that stuck out to me the most. And then they were laying on each other. And I thought that was also odd when they were naked. I was like, that's a weird choice. But something about this is, I'm kind of digging it. I don't know. But I have a stomach ache at the same time. Like this is weird. I'm going to get caught doing this. I'm just going to put this away and never friend. I would look at that every time I would go back to that. I would make an excuse to like go in that room and open that book and quickly like thumb through the pages at the naked ladies and fucking close that shit.
Yeah. I can't remember what the first one was for me.
Damn,
and
I remember
it could have
my top 3.
It could have been a toss up between one of two instances. And I don't know. It was either my brother's collection of Playboys or nudie mags, or my dad's. I want to say it was my dad's. And he had a box that just had magazines in it, right? And it was just like full nude.
Was there people fucking in them? Or was it just like naked ladies with bushes?
I think it was naked ladies with bushes. Probably, I think. I want to say no. I want to say that there was some fucking, but then,
that's hardcore, dude.
I think the videos, for sure. Like my earliest memories were like knowing my dad's stash, like where his porno mags or his porno vids were.
Damn,
and it was VHS.
It's on lockdown.
Yeah, it wasn't even lockdown, dude. It was,
he just they were on the drawer.
Well, you remember the old school dressers, like the big mirror joints, the wooden, like it's the mirror and then like the big old things. I remember
my mom still has one.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, she just hold on to that shit for decades.
Hold on to that motherfucker. Yep.
I remember it was like he always had it in either one of the corners, right? Top left or top right, but it was always like a video or two in the corner. and I would just grab those and watch them.
What kind of, do you recall, like, were they themed? Was there
No, it was.
there
no,
any
I don't think
plot?
that-
Was it a movie?
Yeah, no, it wasn't like themed or like movie, like those kind of things. It was like straight up just different clips of,
That's what's up.
yeah, like full scenes with one girl and then another full scene that had nothing to do with anything.
Boom.
Just a lot
that's
of fucking.
perfect. That's early gonzo pornography is what that is. That
Really?
was not very popular at the time. Yeah, that was just gonzo is more like just like anywhere, like on the street, on the bus, like but like still that I remember anytime I had got my hands on any like a porn tape when I was a kid, it was always a movie. And there was a stupid fucking story and I had to spend half my time like fast forwarding through the bullshit and like rewinding and stopping and going back. You're lucky, my friend.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
very lucky.
I mean, but this was at the same, like, if I have to place it, like, in as far as time frame,
Yeah. I'm curious. What?
like, I remember that was the same time when I found that, and I would grab those videos. It was the same time when we had the deblocker on, you know, the descrambler, and I had access to the Spice Channel.
What year? What year are we talking here?
Ooh,
Approximately.
I have to say it had to be about 95,
Okay.
like 94, 95.
That's when fake boobs were really starting to pop.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
it was 94, 95.
Right after
and I say
Baywatch.
that because I had to have been 11, 12 years old. You know what I mean? So yeah,
Damn. Right on.
nostalgic times for sure. Like
For the naked ladies.
to the naked ladies. Now, the weird thing is, and I think about it, right? Like, I don't have a stash like that my kid's just gonna stumble upon, but they just have the access to, you know, the second that they have free web access,
Right.
they're gonna find the shit. And there's
They
gonna be
don't need a
talking.
stash.
No, they
That's
don't
the
need a
whole
stash.
thing.
Yeah. They're gonna be talking. Their friends are gonna be like, "Have you ever been to this website?" And be
Right.
like, "Why? No. What's that? There's naked women. What? You know?" And then sneak away, try to sneak a web page and shit.
That's it's got to be so easy.
Yo, so easy.
People just give their kids. They're like, just take this tablet and get the fuck away from me.
Mm-hmm.
And they could be doing God knows what.
Right.
I would.
I'm gonna start teaching my kid how to clear cookies.
Do you know how hard it was to? You do know how hard it was to sneak porn on like a 56K modem when that shit took forever to even load the image. Like, there's no backing the fuck out of that. You're not clicking out. You're not closing a Safari browser. Like, that shit's frozen for a solid 30 seconds. If someone walks in that bitch, you're fucked.
Yeah. I was fortunate to where my parents didn't have it wasn't the family computer. It was just my computer in my room.
Damn. It took. I didn't get one of those till like high school. So there was a lot of jerking off at the family computer.
Well,
I'm sorry they all had to use that.
I didn't get mine till about high school either. But the first time I got a computer, it was mine. Like, we never had a family computer. My mom never understood
Mom
it.
didn't care. Yeah.
Well, she just never understood how to use it.
Right.
And my dad didn't care either. He liked having the latest and greatest, but by that time he wasn't living with us anyway. So I got his old hand-me-down from where, from
Okay.
not from my house. It was from, where after he moved in with Jerry's mom and shit.
Yeah.
They got a new computer, and then I got the hand-me-down. And then after
Hey.
that was my first one, and then I had one built. I had Quest help me with building a new one. So
Oh damn.
yeah, man, it was
Quest coming through.
very elaborate downloading machine that I had there.
The first one that you got, the hand-me-down, that's probably good because you probably fucked it up with like
Oh,
LimeWire
yeah.
and porn and all that anyway. I mean, PCs back in the day, like If you were fucking around with any of that, you had a solid month before they were blue screening and pop-ups were out of control.
Bro, it was a Compaq Jerksario.
Oh shit.
Oh man. And yeah, like I was learning on that shit. I would if it needed some sort of an upgrade or some shit, more RAM or anything like that, I took it apart, put in the RAM, all that shit. So I was doing that shit even back then, but that was just my testing machine till I
testing machine.
Oh yeah. Plus AKA jerk off station for sure.
jerk off station. Compaq Jerksario.
Oh man, you're such
it's
a
disgusting. You're disgusting.
So
I had a gateway.
Uh-huh.
But it was a baitway. All right, you can move on. I'm done. I just had to throw that in.
No, it was a good one. Let me see. Yeah, no, I gotta
stop it.
You know what I gotta do here. All right. So
question. Yeah,
that's all we have for questions then?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. So then
You know what it's time for.
News clips with Jonni Quest. Except Jonni Quest isn't here, so it's just gonna be me.
You should have done an AI, like just 5-minute Jonni news clip that we could have rolled. That would have been dope.
That would have been great. But I haven't been playing around with the AI as much as Jonni has. I need to start fucking around with it because I can create some. I have some ideas for it. And
some wild stuff.
Yeah, but anyway, so all right, so as we know nowadays, the conservatives and the conservatives / Republican Party are always trying to ban things. They're constantly saying that we're infringing on their freedom. However, they are the number one culprits in infringing on other people's freedoms. So it's a very weird cycle that is going on, right? So here's the latest one in coming from North Carolina. So North Carolina right now, there are 3 senators that introduced a bill to ban participation trophies for kids. Like just straight up, this was always on the discretion of the teachers involved, the sports or whatever. Yeah. But now they just want to straight up, nope, like we're not going to allow you to do that. Like we're going to allow you to let these kids know that they are losers and that they will always be losers.
No trophies.
No trophies whatsoever. This is a snippet from what they released there, and it says youth sports or other youth recreational activities operated under the authority of a local government shall not include awards for participants based solely on their participation in the sport or other activity. The proposed and then it says awards provided in connection with the activity, if any, shall be based on identified performance achievements. So it's like, why do you care so much?
Right, yeah, that's just the thing. Like, why do you care? Why is this a priority? All the shit going on now, and this is what they're worried about. Like, is this something that was like passed? Is it being looked at? Like, is it just people laughing at it? Like, what? How is it?
They just introduced this bill.
Okay, so it's just introduced.
It's just been introduced, but still, it's just like there's so many things that we could tackle. But right now, such a high priority on, banning participation trophies or even like what we talked about before. Like we've had so many shootings lately and no one is talking about not even taking away guns, because I don't think taking away guns completely is the answer for anyone. Like we still should have access to guns.
Absolutely.
But just like making it a little bit harder in certain states for people to get these guns.
Just, basic screening requirements, that sort of thing.
Right. Like, but of course, participation trophies, drag show readings, things of that sort. Like these are
very, very important. Yeah.
Correct.
Yep.
Correct. Yeah. They don't care if these kids. They don't give a fuck if these kids are dying. They just strictly care.
Don't give them trophies.
Yeah. They just don't want these other people to win.
Do not give them a trophy. They are losers.
Do you have would you care? I know this is like it, not necessarily like to the point of like banning it, but would you care if your kid got participation trophies, or would you explain to them like, yo, listen, like these are cool, like it's fine, like you got this, but
I played baseball, football, and basketball in an organized leagues as a kid for years growing up. And in all of those, just like at the end, there would be like a dinner, a banquet, and literally everyone would just get like a trophy that says like the league name, our team name, and the year. Like it wasn't like they're giving out bullshit award. Like it was just a commemorative, little trophy with a baseball dude. And I always thought as a kid that those were so fucking cool. Like I didn't place any real meaning on them other than like it made me remember playing sports, which I loved to do. So like if that's what is that considered like a participation trophy, or like am I off base here? Like I don't even know what would be considered, but I mean like they were literally giving me a trophy because I participated in this league. So like
yeah,
I feel like
it gave you some sort of, like you said, like memorabilia from the time where you played this game.
Right.
And yeah. I would say that that's a participation trophy.
I had a shitload of them. I mean, they're probably in the garbage now, but like as a kid, I would fucking display them shits in my room. I thought they were cool, man. Especially if I'm paying for my kid to be in a league, I want them to give him jerseys and merch and fucking whatever the fuck we're gonna get our money's worth out of that bitch.
I think
that shit ain't cheap.
The one thing that I wasn't a fan of is like when they don't keep score. And it's like no one's a winner, no one's a loser. We're just playing for fun. It's like
unless you're like
unless
4-year-olds or like the crazy
where they're not even fucking paying attention half of the time because that's how
right. The kids are running all the opposite way around the bases and shit.
Yeah. But still, like, I guess with that one, like in older sports when the kids are able to tell like, yo, this is a game.
We won. We just beat their ass.
Yeah, exactly. I think I don't agree with that. But as far as I don't care. At the end of the day, even if they give participation trophies, like that's up to you to, have a conversation with your kid and say like, listen, you got this trophy just because you participated in it. But if you want the real trophy that actually matters, that's like a conversation that you have to put that fire in that kid.
And they gotta even care. Like a lot of kids play sports, either their friends play or their parents want them to play. Like, yeah, like that's something they have to discover. I feel like otherwise, just give them the fucking trophy as long as they're having fun. Awesome.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't take anything away, in my opinion.
No,
if we just
not at all.
Let's see. So remember a little while back we were talking about how Discovery and HBO Max were merging. Yes. So I was trying to look up some information here, right? Because I saw this report from IGN, but I haven't seen anything else in the small time that I was looking it up. However, this tracks because for similar packages and whatnot, the cost is about the same. But they're saying that the HBO Max and Discovery, where the two, it's both the packages. Like now you have access to HBO Max and you have access to stuff in Discovery. Bro, this is gonna cost $16. Ooh. So because they merged. And now you're obligated to take both. Now, if you want HBO Max, which is all we really give a fuck about, like Discovery is fine.
Yeah.
But I don't see myself really.
Yeah, that's not the subscription driver by any means.
No. But I have to pay for it because now if I want to watch The Last of Us, I have to pay $16 a month for this package.
So what about people that currently use HBO Max? Like I use someone's HBO Max login. How will this affect me?
There's no information on that as of yet, at least that I have, because I don't think it affects like you sharing a login. I haven't heard anything. Netflix is the only company that I've seen saying anything remotely close to crashing down or cracking down
password sharing.
Exactly. Yeah, Netflix is the only company that I've ever heard of saying that.
And they kind of backtracked on that a little bit, didn't they? Wasn't there some?
Not that I saw. Not that I've seen.
No.
Yeah, no.
I thought I saw a little. I don't know if maybe it was in a different country. They were gonna implement it and they didn't or something. But I haven't really heard anything about it since. And I mean, I don't share no one uses my Netflix account, so it's not.
I have to check
really
my mom's
deal,
account because my mom has a thing where she says, "Oh, my Netflix isn't working," and it's not Netflix, it's her Roku, or something else. She just calls everything Netflix.
Yeah, which makes it tough to troubleshoot and diagnose.
Exactly.
I'm sure.
Exactly.
Like, oh fuck.
So I have to check hers because if it's already been implemented, I haven't heard anything about it not working. And
because she uses yours.
She uses mine, yeah. Because she doesn't fucking know. She doesn't know anything about streaming services.
Sure.
So,
you had the computer growing up. How would she learn?
Right. I mean, she doesn't give a fuck about it. Like, she has, she just doesn't care to learn. It's like, oh, yeah, he knows. So
he knows. He knows LimeWire.
So yeah, like I don't know. I have to look into that, but I don't think password sharing is going to be a problem. However, at $16 a month, let me tell you,
they might just cancel their shit, and then I ain't sharing shit with anybody, right?
Word. As of right now, I have a we use my father-in-law's login, but
Nice, that's clutch.
I also get HBO for free with my AT&T bill. So because I pay for AT&T, I get HBO Max.
They better include that for all what I'm sure you pay at AT&T.
Yeah, that's the one that I have logged in at my mom's house. So, and then I think I gave it to one other friend. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm not paying $16 a month though. I'm not doing that.
Nah.
Not for just for Discovery and shit.
Get it up on the Plex.
Word. Yeah, because like HBO Max, like I fuck with HBO, man. And they have some good stuff, but generally, yeah, because we do Plex, we do, everything else that we do. By the time a movie hits HBO,
we done seen it.
Yeah, we done seen it. I'm not going to watch it again.
Like Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
I watched Mortal Kombat recently just because I remembered it was dope. And it still was dope. Second viewing.
Yeah, I'll probably rewatch that before the second one comes out. Like once I start hearing, I see the hypeness for it. I'll end up watching that again.
Facts.
And dude, the guy who plays Scorpion, that old dude.
Yeah.
That reminds me because he was in John Wick 4. So I gotta go back and check that out too. For him, man, for him. And probably John Wick is probably gonna hit the Plex at some point soon.
Oh,
everything. Do you remember? Is it all movies get for the most part get a 45-day period in theater and then they go straight to streaming, or is it a certain?
I thought it was a certain studio, but it seems like it's just been a standard 45 days or less across the board. Like Shazam, there's no fucking way Shazam 2 was just out for 45 days before that shit hit.
Yeah, but that shit also fucking bombed.
I mean, you get what you deserve.
I guess. I don't know. I haven't seen it, so I can't say that
I haven't seen it either. I can't speak on it. Could be fun. I like the first one. I've been wanting to watch it. We had to watch Murder Mystery 2 instead, so fuck me.
Was that your choice?
I wanted to watch Shazam.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
So that wasn't your choice.
that was not
Hey,
my
bro,
choice.
I was in the same boat. We just saw Luther, The Fallen Son, so on Netflix.
I haven't gone for that. She's tried multiple times. I'm like, nope.
Yeah, no, I'm okay with it. Like, it's like whatever. My girl has always been a fan of Luther, though. She liked
That's
the
fair
show.
then. Like, my girl wasn't. She didn't even know there was a show. She's like, let's watch this movie. I'm like, no, you've never seen the show. She Googled it. She's like, you don't have to watch the show. It says right here.
Yeah, you definitely
Look at
don't.
this.
Yeah, you definitely don't. It doesn't
And I
reference.
was like, oh, well, I don't want to fucking watch it.
Yeah, there are small things, small
I'm
things
sure.
that if
There's
you
gotta
know,
be
you know,
some-
but that's it.
Right.
Nothing crazy. And it wasn't
Okay.
bad. It was actually pretty good. And Andy Serkis.
Andy Serkis. Yeah.
Andy Serkis being the villain.
I love Andy
Wasn't too bad.
Serkis. I don't know why. I'm not hating. I love Idris too. So like, there's nothing against any of those people, but
Oh, I know, bro.
it just didn't seem like something that jumped out at me on
you-
Netflix and shit. You know.
For as much as y'all give me shit about not watching maybe like one recommendation or here and there, I have a few recommendations that I've given and y'all just have given zero fucks about it.
Like what?
Huh? Like
Snowfall?
Well, it's Snowfall for sure. That one's
Snowball for sure.
yeah, Snowfall for sure. And the last season is coming up, I want to say.
I feel like I thought it ended. I thought it was all like out and done.
I don't know. I think I want to say that. Well, maybe I don't know. I have to. I don't know if this was the last season. If it wasn't the last season, then the next season is definitely going to be the last season. But Outer Range, with Josh Brolin.
What was that on? Was that HBO?
No, that was Amazon Prime.
Oh, I forgot all about that.
Yeah. I recommended it.
Josh
I
Brolin.
recommended it to another friend
just-
who must be a much better friend because he actually
He watched
He was
it
like,
and he
"Hey
loved
man,
it."
like I saw this
Is he
because you
interested
said
in
it."
hosting a podcast with you? Maybe he can come in and you guys can fucking make love, you son of a bitch. Don't ever bring him up ever again. I don't know who you're talking about.
I'm talking to
I don't
people
wanna hear
who
none of that.
actually listen to my fucking
Hey,
recommendations and watch
hey.
the show.
I've taken
that I-
so many recommendations from you. I don't want to hear that shit.
No, you watch Johnny's recommendations.
Like what? Johnny don't recommend shit.
That's true.
He won't watch something if it's more than 2 episodes long.
Yeah,
And if he does, it takes him 3 months to catch up on his bullshit. I don't even know what he's watched. Has he watched Ted Lasso? Shrinking? None of that shit. What the fuck is he doing over there?
He almost-
I want to know, Johnny.
He did almost.
I wanna know.
He did almost sleep on fucking Shrinking though. He has been bad. He's I say it's the baby. It's he
No,
has
it
a
is.
new
It
baby.
is. It is.
So,
I get it. I know what it is, but I'm gonna give him
still
shit
gonna
anyway,
give him
'cause
shit.
I don't care.
That's fair.
Yep.
That's fair as fuck. No, but Outer Range is dope, and I was just reminded of it because old boy was like, "Yo, I watched that show. I forgot I even mentioned it to him when I was on his podcast." And he was like, "Yo, I just saw it. Holy shit! Like it was a good show." And it's I'm gonna go back and rewatch it because now that I've seen Yellowstone, it's literally like a mix of Yellowstone and Dark.
Weird.
Yeah, because it has the same thing. Like he owns all this land and people are trying to take it. The people next to him, they want a piece of the land and blah blah blah. And the same thing. There's zonings. You're blah. Like it has to do with all that same stuff. But the kicker on that one is that there's a massive hole that just pops up out of nowhere, and there's just an empty void, and it turns it turns into this whole like jumping back and forth, and like it's a loophole into a different time.
Outer Range.
Outer Range, yeah. Josh Brolin, dude. I fuck with Josh Brolin.
I fuck with Josh Brolin too.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
Josh
yeah.
Brolin. This is a Josh Brolin pod for sure.
For sure. Check it out though. When next time you're bored, it's a good one.
I'm gonna be bored tonight.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna watch it tonight.
My guy. See, all I have to do is threaten the fact that
Just
you're
shame
not
me.
as,
Just shame
you're
me.
not
in
as
public,
good of a
and I
friend.
will- No, see, that would have worked with Snowfall if that were the case. And I will never. No, I'm just kidding. I'll fuck with once that all drops. Once it's all out, I'll just get it on the Plex and binge that shit.
Yeah. Snowfall is good for sure. And I haven't had much time to watch shit on my own. That's why I haven't caught up on Snowfall. Same reason why I saw the 1.5 episodes of the latest season of Dave, and I haven't been able to go back to it.
Ah, you didn't go back and finish Dave. All right.
I haven't had a chance, dude. But I'm gonna make it a point to go back and watch that. So
a new one drops I feel like tomorrow. So
yeah. Isn't it like the day after? It like airs, and then the day after it's available on Hulu. So like if it airs tomorrow, well for you guys here, it'll be dropping today on Hulu.
I feel like I watched it Wednesday on Hulu. I feel like they dropped them at the same, like when it airs, like HBO style. At least with Dave, because I think it's like I don't know if it's an FX show
it is.
That they like put. I feel like I'm pretty sure I watched it on Wednesday.
You know what I noticed this time around? For some reason, I thought I saw an ad for Dave, and it said it was like NBC.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I found that very weird, and it's obviously an FX show.
Yeah. Which is what, Fox?
It could have, but that it could have been just Apple TV Plus fucking up. Because it was I want to say it was a notification from Apple on my phone saying, "Hey, the new episode of Dave is available on ABC or some shit," and I was like, "What?"
Yeah. Weird. All right, I guess I'll watch it.
All right, that's all I really had for news. I know we went on a tangent just because news ain't my thing, so I don't really know too much about that.
We had some news. I fuck with it.
Oh, for sure. But we kind of just went into some HOLLYWOO, so we might as well keep the HOLLYWOO train going. HOLLYWOO. All right, so this is kind of, I guess it's a little bit of a rumor right now, but Chris Hemsworth was recently, he found out that he was, that I can't even get it out. Jesus Christ. Chris Hemsworth was recording the episode of Limitless with Chris Hemsworth, and he found out that he is genetically predisposed to Alzheimer's, and because of that risk, he's decided to dial back acting for a little bit, like just not necessarily quit, but just we're not going to see as many projects with Chris Hemsworth, which, in all honesty, I don't see too many projects really with Chris Hemsworth like that. Like his fame is kind of just like
post Thor.
Yeah, it's definitely declining. Like as far as the projects that he's been releasing, though, I'm not gonna say that his.
So is this? What you think this decision is just so like he can spend more time with his family and do that thing, or like does acting and like doing stuff like does that advance it so like it'll onset sooner if he gets it, or like?
Yeah,
do you know why he's?
I think that acting. Like anything else, right, is like stressors. Like being under great amounts of stress, I think will probably, bring this forward a little bit faster. I mean, look at Bruce Willis. He's not old,
right?
He's like.
I mean, Hemsworth still isn't like Bruce Willis.
Oh, of course not. No. That's what I'm saying. But
Bruce Willis continuing to act into his older age, you think that didn't help his disease and like that progression? Yeah,
like I'm thinking possibly, who knows now, because it's easier to speak on something after the fact, but who knows if he would have changed up his life or anything.
Right.
It very well could be that he just wants to spend that time with his family, more, create more memories with family rather than grind. Right. And then get to a point where he wasn't there, and then now he's not all there. You know what I mean? So
it seemed like it happened like like that. Like we see him. I mean, granted, when you see a movie, obviously, you know, that's edited and he's saying lines, it's just like you don't really know, you know, how he's doing when you're, you know, when he's not acting. It's just like, you know, seeing that video of him, it was his 60th birthday or whatever birthday that was, or he was celebrating and he was, you know, it's just, he looked happy, but it made me sad to watch that, dude. Like it just, I don't know. It bummed me out.
Yeah. I'd have to say in my family, we might be genetically predisposed to it. I don't know. Like I don't have all the money that he has to be figuring this stuff out. But I've had a family member who passed away fairly young. You know, probably about that, like 60 something maybe.
Damn.
From, you know, maybe he was closer to 70, but complete, like last time I saw him, didn't know who the fuck I was from a hole in the wall. You know,
That's
so
scary.
And so it's definitely like I've seen it in my family, and then makes me scared for my kids because, you know, my girl, her grandfather passed from that.
Mm-hmm.
And it seemed like it just progressed. Like when I met him, I didn't know the man she knew. You know what I mean? Like it was already at that point. So
yeah.
So my kids are probably genetically predisposed to it too. But hopefully by their time, they'll find some sort of cure or something that just pushes it along, pushes it. I feel like they're making a lot of advances now.
And a lot of stuff. They're talking about people living to be like 120 soon.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's a whole other debate and discussion.
I saw something that I didn't really look into it, so I didn't write it down to have the discussion about it, but it was kind of interesting, right? I saw something that said that we will probably have the ability to download our memories and I don't know if consciousness into upload it into a computer or some shit.
Yeah.
So like that's crazy, bro.
Like an AI walk, like a little screen I could carry with me.
Right.
But yo, you remember episode 160? And we were talking about this, and you're like, yeah, I do remember that shit because I'm AI. I remember all that shit. I'm AI walk.
It'll be way smarter than I am now, I'll tell you that.
Facts. It probably won't be as cool because it'll know everything.
Yeah. It's like a Chat GPT walk version.
Yeah, that'd be kind of tight.
Yeah.
I'd fuck with it.
Word. Nobody wants me in their fucking pocket, ask me questions and shit.
As long as I can turn your ass off, be good.
But that's kind of crazy though, right? Like,
yeah,
I could just have my loved one's consciousness uploaded to a computer, and if I want to have a conversation with them,
you could.
I possibly could.
That is crazy,
right? I wonder how that works though. Because it is AI, but is that person going to
their consciousness? Yeah.
Yeah, is there? I mean,
I don't know how.
It doesn't.
How does that?
Like they're not alive,
right?
But for us, we're still able to talk to them, and it would respond the way that the person behaves and speaks, and possibly would respond. Like, do I want that?
Like I said, that's a whole other discussion, my friend.
Yeah.
Philosophical debate. Do they want that?
But
does it learn? Does it grow? So many questions.
Yeah.
Does it make new memories? What?
Oh yeah. But that's what Elon Musk was trying to warn us about, right? Or warn people about. Like they're trying to. I saw recently that he was asking for them to slow it down, for them to slow down AI because
halt it for like 6 months.
It has been advancing like crazy, bro.
Yeah,
and we've only been talking about like AI to the stuff that we could fuck around with for about a year.
Yeah, the stupid bullshit. Imagine like the shit that's in labs that they don't let us fuck with.
Yeah, And that, like I said, it's only been about a year that we've been able to fuck around with it, and our minds are like blown. But we've talked about it on the podcast before about like I think it was Google who had AI talking to itself or some shit, and
The two AIs back and forth.
yeah, and it kind of and they kind of teamed up and created its own language because it knew that we could decipher whatever the fuck language it was speaking. So it created its own language so it can talk to them without us knowing what they were talking about. And it scared the shit out of them. And
like,
they had to shut it down. Yeah, they had to shut that shit down.
Nah.
Oh, man. Sometimes I like the conspiracy theorist in me, right? My dad talking in my head.
Tiny part.
We
We all have a little Wax dad in our head at some point. There's always a little something in there, no matter who you are. Some of it's interesting, some of it's plausible, and some of it is just crazy to think about.
Right, but the little dad in me is just trying to think like, man, what if we are recycling the shit that we've already gone through, and that's why we have these feelings, and that's why we just go through. We see these movies that talk about the same shit, and instead of trying to avoid it, we just head towards it head first. So like, yeah, every movie that they were, yeah, but that's fake. That's not real. And then we start creating these things that they've been trying to warn us about forever.
This is like the 8th time we've attempted civilization. Everything has happened before and ended. We fucked it up one way or another.
And it's always the same thing. Robots.
We can't get past the robots. It's like a sim that somebody's playing, and they just can't get past the fucking robots.
Or we're just in the Matrix.
Pause.
That's another that's another theory out there, is that we are in a control.
There's a documentary. Did you watch that documentary?
No,
I think it's on Hulu. It's called A Glitch in the Matrix. It talks about are we living in a sim? It was pretty fucking legit. And I mean, I'm not like a crazy conspiracy theorist or anything, but like it was just interesting.
That
not
sounds
necessarily
interesting.
plausible, but gets you thinking for sure.
Yeah, I gotta watch that. I gotta get better with docs, bro. Like I feel like I don't put my mind into docs as much as I should, and I really need to, because humanity is fucking weird, bro. And just to get in the minds of these weirdos and these fucking crazy ass people, bro. Like, I find that shit interesting, and I'm probably gonna start watching like crazy shit, flat earthers docs and shit.
Hey, the more the better, so you can know what a bunch of fucking quacks they are.
But are they?
Yes. Yes, they are. There's no debating that one, but I'm sure other ones could be more plausible. Just not that one.
Oh, flat Earth? Yeah, no, that one.
Yeah.
No, that's absolutely like.
Flat.
I saw something where Neil deGrasse Tyson was like that his number one thing with flat earthers is the fact that is it Burj Khalifa, the highest building in Dubai?
Yeah, Dubai, yeah.
The fact that it's a fact that why am I blanking on it? The sun goes down. What was that referred to as? The sunsets. The sunset. That's the word I was looking for.
That's the word.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I was spaced on it, but the sun sets is a different time for people on the bottom half of the building than the top half of the building.
Yeah.
Because obviously the world curves, so the people at the top half of the building are higher, so they are able to see the sun for a longer period of time. And it's only for like a few more minutes, but it's still a different time. And that is the proof that the world is not flat, because if the world were flat, it would have the exact same time. Gotta love these fucking scientists.
Man, love Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Neil deGrasse Tyson is the shit. Yeah, I would love to talk to him before. He'll blow my mind.
He's always telling people what's up. Yeah, he don't give a fuck.
He don't. Oh man. All right, so back to Hollywood shit.
HOLLYWOO.
So it looks like the rights to Street Fighter has been acquired by Legendary Studio, and there is a movie and possible TV show to come from it.
Bring that shit. I haven't seen anything Street Fighter in a while. Even if it's shitty, even if it's trash, just fucking bring it.
Yeah.
Give me some Street Fighter shit. We haven't had anything since what, the Raul Julia shit.
Yeah, we haven't had anything, and not for nothing, but Legendary, it's a good studio, bro. Like they're not a shitty studio. Nah, the freaking the Dark Knight trilogy was part of Legendary.
Damn, there you go. Dunzo.
Word. So like The Town, they did Sucker Punch, the Hangover series.
Sucker Punch was weird.
Sucker Punch was weird. I mean, but that's, directors and shit. I'm just saying that they're going to devote whatever money,
whatever resources are needed.
Straight Outta Compton was dope.
Yeah.
Jurassic World.
Jurassic movies were okay.
Yeah, they were pretty good.
I didn't hate them.
No, I didn't either. Godzilla vs. Kong, Dune.
Dope.
Yeah. So
all right. Yeah. No, they're gonna bring that shit.
Yeah, and right now they have the rights. They have the movie and TV rights. So we could be seeing that in the very near future.
Next few years.
Next few years,
maybe,
man. Hopefully
2-3 years.
Hopefully they cast some dope people for that.
And then we get a fucking Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat joint going on. Oh,
that would be dope. Did they do?
That would.
Did Legendary do?
I doubt it.
I don't think they did Mortal Kombat.
Something would have to happen, but
yeah,
tight.
I don't see Mortal Kombat on this list. So
we do a DC Mortal Kombat crossover. Nah, James Gunn ain't gonna play that shit.
Oh shit, they're doing Duke Nukem. That's coming. That's coming soon too.
All right.
Shit. The Toxic Avenger. Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah, I'm down for that. I hope. I mean, it's got to be better than that fucking Jean-Claude Van Damme bullshit.
For sure.
We fucked with it as kids, but.
Oh yeah, and honestly, like I think it's due for maybe a nostalgia watch at this point. Like it's been so long since I've seen any of that, and especially I just watch it for Raul Julia, my homie.
Yeah, it's probably better in my mind than it actually is.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Do I want to fuck with that?
Maybe on Twitch.
Do I want to fuck with that in my head?
Yeah. Just leave it this perfect Chun-Li. That was Ming-Na Wen.
Yeah.
Chun-Li.
Oh, yeah. That's where I knew her from.
See, I couldn't place it. Like I remember reading that after the fact, then I was like, oh shit, that's right. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's due for a rewatch, honestly.
Yeah, because
I have to get it on the Plex.
I saw her on what was the shitty Marvel show? S.H.I.E.L.D. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I remember she was on that, and it was just like irking me. Where do I know her from? And she was Chun-Li. Do you have a fan casting right now of who should play Chun-Li or Guile? John Cena might make a dope Guile.
Ryan Gosling, I think, could be a Ken.
Oh.
John Cena could be Guile. You like the army dude, like the hair and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. There'd be some interesting choices. I wish I had more time to think about that. I'd like to lay out my dream Street Fighter cast.
Yeah.
Go through all the characters and shit. Andy Serkis could be Blanca.
Oh, that would be dope.
Yeah. Because, there'd have to be some CGI. That was a scary-ass dude. He was like, I don't even know what his deal was, where he was from. Brazil, but he was like an alien. That was the weirdest shit in that game.
Yeah. I can't remember the backstory for Blanca. I just remember he gives off the electricity.
Just shocks a motherfucker.
Yep. But yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping that they give it they do it justice. Because
something, yeah, just give it that new Mortal Kombat treatment. That fucked.
I did enjoy Mortal Kombat, but I would want more story. I want to say like a well put. I like with Mortal Kombat.
I mean, yeah, they didn't get to the tournament. We were all pissed about that.
No, but I understood the long game on that. Like they want to do a series of movies, but I felt like the story was still lacking. Like it just wasn't like the visuals were dope, the fights, everything was dope. But the story just needed to be a little bit tighter. And also I really enjoyed the original Mortal Kombat. I thought that was fucking fire.
Oh yeah,
the first one.
They could have left that alone.
Yeah,
no
that was
Annihilation
perfect.
After that.
Yeah,
and that would have been cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually very good point. Yeah, that was a good one. But they did very well with it being the tournament, and they had some, a pretty good story to go along with it that made it kind of believable.
And throwback, little call outs and Easter eggs,
yeah,
Mario style.
Whereas now I feel like they try to throw in too much background stuff, and they just make it a little bit too much to really.
There's so many Mortal Kombat games too, like they can't pull from everywhere. There was like 12 different games and a bunch of spin-offs and weird shit.
Facts. Okay. I don't know, but I'll be hopeful for this for
hell yeah.
Street Fighter.
Tight.
It's been a while since they even came out with a game, right?
I feel like, maybe within the last few years there was a new Street Fighter that would drop, but like you don't really hear too much about it. No one's
it 5
clamoring about it. I think so. Yeah, I feel like it was.
5? Okay.
On like PS4 it dropped.
Yeah.
Maybe PS5, but yeah, that's all the latest one that I can think of.
Okay. Yeah. So last week we were talking about Bill Skarsgard and how he came out with comments saying that he is as of at that point he was not attached to the It prequel titled "Welcome to Derry" that's going to be on HBO Max. So an insider by the name of Jeff Snyder shared on the Hot Mic podcast that there is currently a deal being worked on right now with Bill Skarsgard to reprise his role as Pennywise.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
He is Pennywise now.
He is, dude.
Let's be honest. Like, why reinvent that character? Like, even if it's a prequel, have it still be, if it's pre-Pennywise form, still have it be Skarsgård, dude. Like, he just kills that, embodies that shit, dude. And yeah, that's good to hear. I hopefully get the deal worked out. I know nothing's done. It's not final, but that would be really reassuring because he brought it in both movies. Like I said, that's my Pennywise.
Yeah, no, for sure. I agree. A couple of the and it makes no sense because a couple of the actors from the movies are showing up on this show. So it's like, why would they still have some people that are attached to the movies, but we're getting a different Pennywise? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
right, that would be weird.
Right. So, but anyway, like you said, I really do fuck with Bill Skarsgård. He absolutely murdered that role, and that was the first time I had heard of Bill Skarsgård and really took notice of him. It wasn't until afterward that we start seeing movies that he was in and was like, oh shit, that's the dude. Like, he's in that. Oh, okay.
Yep.
And now he's really taken off, I want to say, because he's everywhere now in all kinds of roles. But it the reinvention of Pennywise, I think was fucking crazy.
Those Skarsgård guys, that whole
family
they bring that
has
shit,
it, bro.
Yeah, that's it's in the blood, man.
Yeah.
Like they don't have a choice. They have to go and act and just fucking kill it. And whatever they do, I'm jealous.
See, like, he was in fucking Deadpool too. I don't remember him in Deadpool.
Briefly, yeah. No, he was one of like the X-Force people that died as soon as they jumped out of the plane. Like it was a very brief cameo, but I do remember him.
I don't remember him at all on that. But let me see too. Let me see. I don't remember him in Eternals.
Eternals?
Yeah, he's credited in Eternals.
Did he voice somebody? I don't remember seeing Bill Skarsgard.
He played
what was his
Crow.
character name?
KRO. I don't know who that is. I'm gonna have to rewatch Eternals.
That sounds like a god or a superhero of some sort.
Yeah, I'm gonna rewatch. I've been wanting to rewatch Eternals.
Yeah,
I enjoyed Eternals.
Shang-Chi too. I think I only watched Shang-Chi once. Mm-hmm. I'd like to rewatch that too.
Yeah, I saw that probably like twice, but yeah, you're right because I got to see that. Eternals. I actually really enjoyed Eternals when it came out, even though it was receiving all of the hate. Didn't say it was the best Marvel movie to come out, but I thought it was good.
No, it was like I said, it was. I wasn't pissed when I walked out of the theater after Eternals or anything like that. I was just like, all right.
Yeah,
that was a movie that I just saw. Wasn't mad, wasn't happy. I just went home and got on with my life.
I was gonna ask you too. What did you think of because the trailer just dropped for the Marvels? What did you think of that? Did you watch it?
I did.
Okay.
Yes.
What did you think?
I'm that made me kind of honestly more excited than I was. Like I thought that looked dope. I thought
it looked
fun. Not sure. Yeah, it did look fun. For sure. It looked like a good time. And like it's been, I don't know. I feel like it's been a while since I've seen anything that I was excited for Marvel-wise, maybe since like Spider-Man or, Doctor Strange. So I don't know. Not that I'm super pumped for the Marvels, but I don't know. It looked hopeful. Let's put it that way.
I was going to ask you.
We'll circle back to it.
I was going to ask you, does this, because that was prior to me seeing it, I was like, I don't know. For me, and that's just me. Like, when it comes to Marvel, I kind of want to be on top of it because I don't want to be ruined, or anything like that. But that was the one where I was like, am I gonna make it to the theater to watch that?
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
And I probably won't. It's not like I'll be there, but as soon as that 45 days is up, I'll be ready.
Yeah,
keep it on that Plex.
I might. I don't know. I might make it to the theater, especially because they're dissecting it. People are dissecting it, and they're already thinking that it has some sort of ties to Guardians of the Galaxy. Even though James Gunn came out and said that Guardians has no ties to any other movie.
No.
In
leave
Marvel.
Me alone. Just let me do this fucking movie and get the fuck on with my life, people.
Pretty much. But I don't know. I'm definitely more interested in watching it, regardless of where I watch it. I actually will be watching it. Like, it's not, like I said, it looked fun. I wasn't a huge fan of Miss Marvel, the show. It was all right. It was just like whatever. It was good.
I would say it was good.
Yeah, it was good.
It was fair to good.
Right. Jonni loved it. He was a fan,
which is weird, Jonni
weird
style. Like, yeah, he's always the opposite of whatever we feel.
And also this is the first time we get to see Monica Rambeau come back and everything. And
I do love me some Monica Rambeau.
Yeah, and the premise is definitely intriguing. Like, every time that they go to use their powers, they're somehow connected, and it looks like they're like swapping places, almost.
Yep.
And they don't know why. And that seems intriguing. That seems interesting.
Yeah.
It looks like it's going to be funny.
Because that was like the end credit scene for Miss Marvel, was it? Like at the end, like
she shows up in her room, and she does, and we don't know why.
So then we knew that there was that weird connection there. Like,
that something was connecting the two.
Yeah.
But now we get to see like why that's happening, and it's.
I love Brie Larson. She's great.
I do like Brie Larson. Yeah, she's hot.
She is also very pretty.
Yes.
She's a very pretty lady.
I don't know her personally, so.
Same. She could be really mean to people.
I
hope not.
Like
I hope
cool.
she's really sweet. I follow her on Twitter, and she's always tweeting nice things. I don't know. She just seems okay. She seems okay to me.
I always feel like people give her a lot of shit
Yeah.
for some reason. And I really don't know why, but whatever. Whatever. Who cares?
Leave Brie alone.
Yeah. She's a beautiful lady. All right. So some Star Wars stuff came out. Yeah. To my surprise, I didn't know that they had an event. It was the Star Wars Celebration.
Yeah, there was just banger after banger
Yeah.
at that thing, wasn't there? It was wild.
They released a lot of information, but there were just a couple of things that key takeaways on things that I'm excited about. And the first one, people, I don't know, Star Wars fans are weird, bro. Like, they love to fucking hate on anything that has to do with Star Wars. And if something already has a bad taste in their mouth, they're just like on it. They don't give a fuck. Yeah.
They pile on.
Yeah, they pile on it and they just don't want to see any kind of reconciliation or anything, like, no saving of characters or story arcs or whatever. But one of the things that I'm kind of excited for is a movie, Star Wars, the Star Wars New Jedi Order is going to be starring Daisy Ridley, who is coming back as Rey, and it's set 15 years after the rise of Skywalker.
Damn.
So she's going to be pretty much she is going to be starting the New Jedi Order. She's going to be a Jedi Master, and she's going to be bringing the Jedi back together.
It's kind of tight.
The
Fuck with that.
The craziness on that, or the implications of this, is that Grogu will be about 90 some odd years old by this story arc. This point of the story arc,
approaching adulthood. Is he like?
Well, they said that Yoda had become a Jedi Master around age 96.
Oh,
so
okay.
They're putting that together where we might see an older Grogu.
Do we care about an older Grogu though? We like the cute little.
We
baby
love the cute little baby,
cooing, big-eyed, cookie munching.
We do. We love we love baby Grogu, and we just don't know how we would feel about
We don't.
because
Old ass fucking wrinkly Grogu, like
no, he's not gonna
dude,
be old and wrinkly, because right now as a baby he's 50.
Wait, how old was Yoda when we think about Yoda? Like there wasn't that much time.
900 years old.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like Grogu right now is
Gotcha.
50. So
Yeah,
at
so
about
he'll still
96,
look
he'll
cute
still
as
be
fuck when
little,
he's
but
like-
he'll probably be like
A little smarter.
a little smarter,
A little more wise.
a little bit taller, like a teenage Grogu, or maybe
But still
adorable.
adorable, right?
It's gonna be adorable, but he's gonna be much deadlier. And
Oh, that's good. I like that.
yeah. So
He needs to protect himself, the little guy.
and we don't know what that means. Like, he's gonna have Jedi powers because he obviously can. He obviously has access to the Force.
He clearly has.
It's gonna be
Jedi
part
powers.
Mando.
Yeah,
It's gonna be maybe the first Mandalorian Jedi.
we're gonna get a little Mando mask on his little face finally.
Who
Fuck.
knows? Who knows?
I'm excited.
So I'm excited for that. I'm thinking that they can salvage that story because it had nothing to do with her. I thought Daisy Ridley did a fine job of playing who she was. It was just the studio. They were fucking all over the place, bro. They didn't know what to fucking do with that story. Actually, it was just released that she finally just came out and said that originally Rey was supposed to be the daughter of Obi-Wan. Because it was speculation. They thought she was supposed to be a Skywalker and all of this shit. And she was actually originally supposed to be the daughter of Obi-Wan. And somehow in all three of the movies, like she said, it would always change, like what it was gonna end up being, and then it ends up being Palpatine's granddaughter. Like what?
Yeah. Huh? Like, who shoehorned this bullshit?
Right.
How does Rocco feel about this news? Has he posted anything?
I
or
haven't
ranted about it.
This one in particular, I have not seen anything
No.
about. He was praising the Ahsoka trailer because that looks dope.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of
sure.
the live action Rebels characters that are going to be attached to that, those are dope. So he was talking a lot about the other stuff that was announced for Star Wars, but haven't had an opportunity to talk to him about this. But I think it's exciting for me because we still, I want to see non-Skywalker content, but even though this is still tied to the Skywalker saga, I feel like this could be its own thing.
Why can't we have both? Why can't we have Skywalker saga and non-Skywalker saga?
Right. But I think right now we're just longing for new Star Wars stories that have nothing to do with the original characters and whatnot.
Like Jonni.
Yeah, I mean, it's just better storytelling is what Jonni says he wants.
Yeah,
So
that's fair.
And that definitely is fair. But with this, I can see a lot of callbacks. People are already talking mega shit, saying that they want what's his name to come back as Kylo.
Adam Driver.
Adam Driver. There we go. They want Kylo Ren to somehow come back, but didn't he die, man?
I thought so. Yeah. I mean, I'm no Star Wars expert, but
we can't just ignore completely the last trilogy, even though we want to. But,
yeah, sure.
But Kylo died, so whatever. Let that shit go. But no, I'm excited for that. And speaking about Grogu, it was also announced that the Mandalorian is going to come together. I guess all of the Mando shows right now is going to all lead up to a movie that's going to close off the Mandalorian and just end it. And it's going to end, Boba Fett, Mando, and Ahsoka's storyline, I want to say. And
Do you think that means we're only getting one season of Ahsoka and then it'll get wrapped up in the movie? Like that'll be the end of it?
Well, we don't know when it's just been announced, but we don't know
Right.
when that's going to.
So it could still be years. Like they could. It seems to me like they're saying, yeah, once we wrap up this season 3 of Mando and get Ahsoka out there, we'll come back, because I can't see them doing another Boba. They didn't announce that, did they?
No,
Another Boba season?
I haven't heard anything
No.
about another Boba season.
So I feel like that's going to be it. We're going to get what we get, and then they're going to wrap it up in that movie and move on to more money somewhere else.
Yeah. And, just because it wraps up the story arc that they're doing with Ahsoka doesn't mean that the character won't show up.
Yeah, no,
elsewhere.
absolutely. I would hope not.
Yeah.
I love those characters. And I hope they don't do like a Departed ending where everyone gets shot in the fucking head. And
Right.
I love those characters. They're, even though, I don't see a little Ahsoka, but
Yeah. We just
it'll be
won't
dope.
have a show anymore for Mando, but I'd love to see Mando show up. Like even in there, like
just
if
pop in and out.
even if
wherever he
Grogu
wants.
is older and Mando pops
They're
in
still
and out,
tight.
they're still tight.
Yo, wait, if Grogu's like 90 something, then Mando would be crazy old, right? He'd
you're
just
right,
be
yeah.
elderly ass man,
Yeah,
son.
you're right.
So ain't no Jin Djarin anyway. It'll just be some other Mandos, as Johnny would say.
Yeah.
That whole bullshit about the fucking Mandalorian. Oh, we just carry on with such bullshit in that chat sometimes. I don't know. I don't know how you have alerts on for that.
I don't.
Okay, good.
I mean, they pop up. They pop up, but it's like it's whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, Johnny just had a lot of questions on this last episode, as did the world, because apparently a lot of people felt really strongly about the murder mystery in that last episode, plus Lizzo, plus
Jack Black.
Jack Black. Like, it was a lot. There was a lot of stuff that was in there that people were just like, where I was just like, oh, yeah, that was cool. Like, whatever. Mm-hmm. I'm used to so many shows with just like a filler episode here and a filler episode there that didn't seem odd to me. It didn't seem like a bad episode to me. It just felt like, oh, yeah, it's just like one of those episodes that slowly brought this part of the story. Yeah. And then
We've been trained.
And then we're going to get hit with hopefully two bangers.
Banger. But yeah, I mean, the penultimate and the finale are usually the go-to. I just assume everything up until then in any series is just going to be, you know, moving some plot, filler, moving some plot, filler.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
That's how it is.
And the last thing that I have for this is James Mangold is going to be directing a movie about the origins of the Jedi. The film will be called Star Wars Dawn of the Jedi, and it's going to be but for those of you who don't know who James Mangold, who that is, he directed Logan, and Logan, as we know, was a dope movie. But this is going to be a biblical epic, as they called it, about the dawn of the Force. So it's going to be very, very. It's going to be before the Old Republic. So,
damn, early on.
Yeah, early on to the beginning of the Force. The discovery
it's like the
of
beginning
the Force.
Of Christianity. It's like biblical almost,
yeah.
like whatever the equivalent of biblical.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're calling it, a biblical epic.
Oh yeah, you did say that, didn't you? You did say biblical epic.
So that's what they're calling it. I'm here for it, man. Knights of the Old Republic was the shit.
What was that? The Parting of the Red Sea, whatever that old school movie is.
Yeah. I don't know what
Ten Commandments, maybe? I think it was 10 Commandments.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know what the origins of the Force is. I don't know if that's been written in like books or nothing. I'm not that much of a nerd. Right. We're casual nerds around here.
Rocco would know.
He would know. But it would be dope to see what the beginning of that what that looks like.
Hell yeah. Especially like biblical. That sounds crazy. Sounds epic.
Yeah.
Biblical epic.
I don't even know what to expect from it. So I'm really looking forward to that, and the tone, if he brings the tone that he brought for Logan, that's gonna be dope. What has he done lately? Let me see.
I feel like there's been a couple things.
Yeah. So I'm gonna bring up his
IMDb.
His IMDb here. Internet in here just sucks. All right, so let me see. He did Ford versus Ferrari.
Okay.
And obviously Logan. He directed the Wolverine previous to that.
I didn't know that.
Night and Day.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah. 3:10 to Yuma.
Christian Bale.
Mm-hmm. Walk the Line.
Russell. Damn. Okay.
Identity.
What was Identity?
Remember, it had John Cusack and I'm bringing it up right now. It had John Cusack, Amanda Peet, Ray Liotta, where all these people, something went down and everybody was just like stranded at this hotel.
I don't remember that.
No?
It sounds dope.
Yo, it was dope.
I'm having a hard time. I may have to see the trailer for it.
Yeah.
It's not ringing any bells.
Yeah.
Is Gene Hackman in it? Is Gene Hackman in that movie?
I want to say he... Hold on one second.
I think I'm thinking of Enemy of the State.
Oh, yeah. You are thinking of that. Dude, this has John Cusack, Ray Liotta, John Hawkes, Amanda Peet, Alfred Molina.
Damn.
John C. McKinley, Jake Busey. There's a bunch of people in this movie. And I don't. It has a twist ending, that I don't want to ruin for you. But
Thank you.
it's tight. It dropped in 2003.
Wow.
Yeah.
20 years.
And he also directed Girl Interrupted.
Angelina Jolie.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So he has some bangers.
He's got some. He's got some big names in there.
I've never seen Ford versus. Oh yeah, no, I did see Ford versus Ferrari. That was good.
Yeah, with Christian Bale and Matt Damon.
Yeah. No, that was good. That was good.
That was.
Yeah. Oh, okay, that makes sense. So he is doing Dawn of the Jedi. That's obviously in pre-production, but he also directed the Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
Oh shit!
Yep. So
damn.
That actually makes me a little bit more excited for Indiana Jones.
Same here. Fuck.
Oh man. Let's see. That's all I got though, bro. Is there anything that you're fucking with?
What have I been fucking? No, not really. I've been trying to watch Shazam 2, but just hasn't gotten
It's not
done
in the
yet.
cards for you right now.
Hopefully by the end of the week, and then I'd really want to catch John Wick and Mario, but yeah, I haven't been able to fuck with really what I want to fuck with lately.
Yeah, same here. Like I said, I haven't been able to watch anything, on my own. Me and the missus are currently watching I don't know if I brought it up on the show. I think I brought it up in the chat, but what is it? The Night Shift or something like that?
The agent one from
The Night Agent, yeah.
The Night Agent from Netflix. And then I was like, yeah, I don't know. It feels kind of ABC-ish to me a little bit just from the trailer. And you're like, it is, but it's also kind of dope.
Yeah, no, like it has a good story arc. I'm trying to figure it out as to what's going on. We're only about 4 episodes in. And it's, I want to say, I think maybe what's off-putting to me a little bit is the main actor. It's like I just don't believe him as much, but it still doesn't take away from the story, because I really enjoyed. I felt the same way, where it felt very you said NBC-ish.
Yeah, ABC, NBC, any of those. Chicago Fire.
Where I kind of felt that a little bit was Jack Reacher. Same thing, where just like that actor, I've seen him before, but he's not convincing to me as, like, I can't even explain it. Like, I don't get lost in the character because the actor just doesn't make me get lost in that. Like, it still feels very much like he's an actor. And I think that's what I feel with this dude. Just a lot of movements and stuff that he does, like, it very much makes me feel like he's
unnatural.
Or it's just like, it doesn't, like, I don't get lost in it the same way that you would when, what I look for in a show and in a movie. But though that's just like some small detail that's just me. You know what I mean?
Being picky.
Yeah. But the story is actually coming together, and I'm finding myself wanting to go to the next one and check it out. Obviously, we've been stuck on Ted Lasso.
Yes.
Looking forward to Mando tomorrow. By the time this airs, it will already have aired, and we'll, everybody will be all excited about it. But
or talking shit. You never know.
Yeah, or talking shit. Exactly. They better not give us another filler bullshit.
Nah, it'll be fucking.
No, it would be. It will be. Yeah, that's all I got, man. That's what happens. Look,
right on.
Jonni is not here, and we have a slightly shorter episode.
Hey, I don't think people will be mad. They'll be like, oh, now I don't have to spend 3 hours listening to this bullshit. I can just bang it out in 2. Dope.
Word. All right. Well, do you have anything to add to this stellar conversation, my friend?
Nah, man. I think we Gucci.
All right. So you know what that means. Guys, thank you for tuning into this episode. If you made it all the way to this point of the show, that means you are a true fan and we fuck with you, man. Also, if you want to cop some gear and stay drippy with Drippy, go to insensitivemerch.com and grab some gear. There's going to be some new stuff popping up shortly. If you're watching us on YouTube, we really appreciate the views. Give us that thumbs up. Subscribe to the podcast if you like what you see. And let us know how much you like the show. And if you're able to rate and review, if you're listening to us and you're able to rate and review, please do so. We definitely appreciate you. All right. Other than that, peace. We'll catch you next week. Peace.